Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, terrible Tuesday. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Hello. Sorry I missed you guys.
January
Ooh,
30th
whoa. There's YouTube already starting. That's barely any lag at all. Hello, hello. So I'm just starting. Hello. Let me say hello to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton. Excuse me. And Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas, Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Adria Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and N1QOV and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Cosmic Joe and Wing Doggy and Angie Tomlinson. Let me make sure. Hi, Angie. Let me make sure I got everybody. Sorry, I was not here Friday and Monday. As you can tell, my voice sounds weird. I had a cold. Last time I talked to you was last Thursday, I think, and I told you we'd taken pictures. No, yeah, the day before I'd taken pictures in the woods with Julia. Yeah, guess what? Being naked in the woods. Well, Julie had a cold too, and then I was like naked in the woods, like walking through this wet mud. So I had a cold all weekend. I spent all day and all night of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 4 straight days in bed. So. But good news, I finally got the insurance approval, and I'm getting an MRI on Friday. There will not be any show here, sorry, but that was the time that they had available. So I'm getting the MRI on Friday afternoon, and then the EEG on I think Monday. So, hey. Yeah. Yeah, I totally got, well, Julia had a little bit of a cold, so I probably got some of her cold, and then being outside, and it was a little chilly out, and it was like damp, and it was like, oh, this like wet, damp, I was like naked for like an hour outside. I guess that all that combined. So I spent 4 days in bed, and then last night I couldn't go to sleep at all. Hi, Sturgis Guy. Well, they weren't sexy pictures, Tesis. They were actually like monster pictures because I was doing these weird contortions where you try to make your arms look like chicken wings and get your legs twisted around, like real twisted, like distorted, grotesque kind of, like Gollum. And then it puts a monster mask on it. So it's an art project. Yeah, like Gollum. So it's an art project. Julia likes to make monsters. And I'm skinny, so if I twist and bend all over, yes, I can look like Gollum, really. My precious, precious. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Linda. Next time we have to have a ring. Precious. But Julie has she's going to be having a show in a gallery, and she's gotten, some of her stuff has gotten into magazines for like art photography. So she's doing really good. She's very creative. Linda says she's proud of herself. Why are you proud of yourself now, Linda? had a good meeting with a therapist today, and then I have oh well, I don't know. She has a lot of. Julia doesn't get to pick which pictures I use, but one of my pictures might be in the art show. She's waiting to hear from the gallery owner which ones they've chosen. So let's see. But Julia is an up-and-coming artist. Oh, Linda did. That's right. Linda did an interview on Kevin and Bean yesterday, and today she was on a Boston radio station. Oh, good for you. That must have been fun. I'm sure that made you feel good. Good for you, Linda. Woohoo! Well, I got nothing. I was completely unproductive. I slept for like 100 hours. Literally. Hi, Bill Knaus. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days. 24 hours in a day. That's like 100 hours. I slept so long, my body hurts from sleeping. Like my... Yeah, it's from the woods. There's germs in the woods. And zombies. Well, that's... Julia's making me into some sort of monster. You won't be able to tell it's me. They look very weird. So how is everybody else? How have you all been? So, oh, just remind anyone, in case you missed it, there's no show on Friday. I'm getting the MRI on Friday. Yay. So we have tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Oh, no. Well, I hope they get that finished soon, Linda. You know, those things can take a long time. It's taken over a month to get the MRI approval. It's taken, well, actually, I was hit like 3 months ago. I should have had the MRI and everything like that day. Shouldn't be like months and months waiting to get all these things. And I think that's the EEG, David Jones. The EEG, they told me I have to stay awake all night and come in early in the morning because they want you to be tired, and they're going to put, I'm doing that I think on Monday of the next week, go in the morning, and they put like electrodes on your head, and then you have to fall asleep. That's why you have to stay up all night, because you have to fall asleep. They measure your brain waves. So yes, we'll have definitive proof that I have a brain. And good news, looks like Sweetie made a deal on a house to move into. The one from the ones that I picked and took them around to. I played real estate agent and did all the research and legwork and previewed everything and narrowed the big pile down to a little pile of just 5, of which we had a top 3. And then we looked at them a couple times, and the one that they went with was one that he said when I first showed him like the ad for it, he looked at it and he was like, no, and I was like, okay. But the next day I decided I would just on my own take a look at it because it sounded really good. So I'm like, well, if it's horrible, then I'm only wasting 5 minutes. And I went in and it was so perfect. And I called him. I'm like, oh my God, you have to see this. I'm adding this to the list. So last Friday, was it last Friday? Was it the day is today? Not this weekend's Friday, but the Friday before last. I showed him all 5 houses, and then we looked at them again over the weekend, and then he started negotiating during the weekend. I think they made a deal. It's very nice. I'm very excited about it. Do I get 6%? No, I don't get any real estate agent fee. But I did a lot of work on it, and I think he had been under the idea that houses were going to be much more expensive, that it was going to be really hard, and I found some really good prices. No, he just rents. So was renting a house. Now he's just renting a different house. So he's moving, but so he doesn't have to worry about selling or anything like that. But yes, it will be a new location for pictures. Yeah, but it's crazy. You know what I noticed? I don't know if anyone knows, but um, the real estate thing is all going onto the internet. You know how like you used to have travel agents, and if you wanted to go on an airplane, you had to go to a travel agency, and they would find your ticket and book it through there. Like that used to be a business, and it pretty much doesn't exist anymore. Because you can go online and do cheaptickets.com and book all your stuff online. There's no need for the middleman, the travel agent anymore. It's one of those jobs or industries that the internet pretty much killed. And the same is happening with real estate because there's a website, Zillow.com, and that's where like all of these houses are listed for renting, buying, selling, renting apartments, condos, whatever you want to rent, buy, sell, it's listed there, and you can be your own agent and go through it and um, David Jones says he loves Zillow, yeah, and and do all this stuff. I'm like, and I was talking to the real estate agents, and they said that the market, their industry has gotten so bad. Like all these people jumped in when the housing market was really big, and they're like, "Yo, yeah, I'm gonna make $1 million selling all these expensive houses." Now there's tons of real estate agents, and instead of selling houses, they're like having open houses for rentals and apartments, and like and they're getting cut out of the picture because you don't even need a real estate agent. Yes, Linda. So it's an easier deal to make. David says there are still some travel agents. Well, perhaps, there's some for like large groups and stuff to organize things like that, but it's not like there used to be a travel agency, like a couple in like every little town, you know? You don't need a travel agent. So everything's going on the internet. Linda says, I have never baked a pie. How is that possible, Linda? Linda says it's Tasty Tuesday and she's making this horrible confession. At, what are you, 64 years old? And she's never made a pie? Shame, shame on you. You go out and make a pie right now. I want you to make a pie. The boss, the guy. Linda says she's made plenty of cakes, but no pies. Yeah. No, it's time for pie. Linda, start simple. The simplest one is pumpkin pie. Well, I haven't, speaking of pie, I haven't eaten any pie in a long time. Well, you know, Linda says, is it cheating if you get the ready-made crust? Not necessarily. You can get the ready-made crusts. I don't like those crusts because, you know, I'm persnickety. I like, Trader Joe's has pie dough, and it's rolled like in a big flat round roll, and but it doesn't have, so you have to press it into the whatever shape you want it, but it doesn't use hydrogenated oils. I looked at the ingredients, so you know I want this certain kind of stuff. So this, I wanted to, I try to find like healthier versions of everything. So I like their dough that's in their freezer section. Sometimes I try to make things with no crust. But pumpkin pie is probably your easiest bet as far as pies go, especially if you get the ready-made crust. Then you just have to mix. I think it's like the pumpkin, pureed pumpkin, spices, usually an egg, 1 or 2 eggs, and some condensed milk. And you mix it all together, pour it in, and just let it cook. David Jones says, coconut pie without a crust is impossible. Well, maybe you want to use like some coconut flakes on the bottom instead. Yes, so anyhow. But I'm feeling much better than I did all week. Oh, it is a real pie. It's called Impossible Pie. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But I'm feeling much better than I did over the weekend. And yeah, and next week I have a whole bunch of different doctor's appointments. So, ooh, I'm getting the MRI, the EEG, and the endocrinologist and the blood doctor. So everybody's getting a stab at me next week. Finally, all of the approvals came through at the same time. Oh, okay. Really nice to see you, Wing Doggy. Thank you for checking in. And I called the DA in Texas, and they still haven't gotten to the case. In fact, he said that the lawyer for the bad guy hasn't even met with him yet. They have to have their first meeting, which they were supposed to have like 2 months ago, and it was set for like 2 months ago, and it canceled it or something, and so they're supposed to have their first meeting on Thursday, unless they cancel it again. So they haven't even talked even once about the case yet. So they're still a ways down to figuring out about trials and stuff. So I just checked on that. So that's that. He's still in jail. I'm going to be totally fine, and I don't know. I'm thinking I'm all like I'm thinking I was feeling like, oh, I'm all better. I'm all better. And then last night I was lying in bed and like a car honked outside, and I was like, ah! and and I realized I'm still like jumping and screaming when the phone rings, or like there's a knock on the door or a car honk. I'm like, okay, I guess we're not quite all the way better yet. Yeah, everybody wanted to talk about her attack. Didn't want to talk about mine. Like, wait a minute. I chased my guy down. I got the cops. I was like a superhero. Badass. With a knife. I ripped his shirt off. Yeah, they need to make a movie. They need to make a movie about it. All right. Well, I'm a little off my game today. I'm a little low energy, I'm sure you can tell. But I will be back tomorrow for Hump Day. So let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis. And that was Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Ian G. Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOV and Terry Sue and Cosmic Joe and Wing Doggy. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. All right. Kisses for everybody. Bye, Angie. Bye, Sturgis Guy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, that was a tough one.